Hi there, Slotcar adventurers. I heard you missed me. I'm back! To quote Mr. Roth. Do you know who Mr. Roth is? No? Where have you been? God! Go away! Now! Piss off! It's okay. I'm calming down. Like, who doesn't know who David Lee Roth is? Like, seriously? My God. That's not the way I hope to start out today. You've really thrown me. Well, Slotcar adventurers, I had a little break from making videos, but I've been busy. I have still been tinkering away on the tinker table, doing stuff, teeing up stuff at my tinker table. And there is so much coming up in the weeks ahead. You're gonna love it. All sorts of new stuff, special guests occasionally. And I'm not gonna tell you who they are, it'll be a surprise. But sometimes it may not be who you might have expected. We'll leave it at that, eh? We'll see. Well, what that translates into proper English is, they haven't agreed yet? Yeah, they haven't agreed. They haven't answered my email yet, actually. But they'll be on the show. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Yeah, I hope they are. People can be really disappointing sometimes, can't they? Okay, let's go for a little walksy poo and try not to fall over anything. Oh, let's go up the other end. Try not to fall over anything. All this stuff here. All right, so first thing I did, well, it wasn't the first, it was probably the fifth thing, but that doesn't matter, is I redid my tile wall here. You might have noticed it in the new opener. Oh, wasn't the new opener cool, eh? I thought so. Yeah, these are not glued down, they're glued together so that cars can bang into them and they go flying everywhere whenever I manage to capture that on camera, and I thought that'll be cool. I did think of super gluing these down, but I thought it's more fun if there's a bit of drama, a bit of tyres flying everywhere, so I've just left them loose. All good. Let's see how long it takes before I get super sick and tired of resetting them. Yeah. Nothing much over in this area. Actually, have I got everything switched on? No. Let's go around, let's waddle around. I say waddle because you guessed it, I've put on some kilos eating all those bloody chewits. I don't know, if you put a box of chewits in front of me, I'm gonna eat them. Now I'm suffering. Okay, that's on. Let's turn on the Ferris wheel. Oh, good. Ferris wheel is off and running. Cars aren't going. Lights are on. Lights are on, but no one's home. Well, I'm waking up. It is morning. Well, it's afternoon, but it's like the morning to me. Where's the lights? Okay. Very cool. Ferris wheel is working beautifully. I spent a lot of time. I pulled the Ferris wheel apart and fixed it up a little bit. I lubricated in and around there with some candle wax. Some of you suggested I use candle wax. You guys know your stuff. You were spot on. It's working like a treat. Fixed the alignment, put on this little piece up the back that stops it from shifting. It was slowly coming undone after a while, and I fixed up the broken buggies that came off as a result of me accidentally bumping into them, etc. Now, I've also finished off the rather patchy scenery down the middle, as you can see. So, and I did that. I didn't bother waiting to show you guys because you've seen it all before. It's just more of the same. And there's a lot more to go yet. I'm going to have lots of little figures down either side. Photographers, bands, other race officials, etc. But I've taken that all around here. It's all looking kind of finished. And again, that was for the sake of being able to shoot that new opener. Oh, and the closer that you'll see at the end. What's going on there? Oh, that's right. I never bothered gluing those on. They're just on. There you go. That's better. And for some reason, my blinking red light has stopped. We'll have to pull it apart, see what's going on. Betty's found a new spot. I think she looks rather fetching there, don't you think? Pepsi Cola, Betty. I reckon it looks like a cola ad. Did you see that nice shot in the new opener? I like that. all that high-tech wizardry I use. It's just me holding the bloody camera and doing a little dance around it. La, 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 la. That's all that's to it. You saw this in the last episode, weeks ago, the Mad Max one. Oh! I've put in all these extra trees that subscriber Pat Backers sent to me. Thanks again, Pat. They're looking great. I think we're going to put a Pat Backers sign up somewhere. As a little bit of fun and as a thank you to some of my long-time subscribers, these guys have been subscribing to me since day one. We've got the Fingers was here. It's like he's snuck in and graffitied it. And then over the other side, you'll see this in the closer. We've got Bo Momo. He's there too. These two characters have snuck in and scribbled all over my layout. Cheeky buggers. I built one of these awesome Champion billboards. They light up nicely. They've got about 20 different patterns. And what else was there? Oh, all through there's looking nice. I've added those Pirelli and Dunlop ones, little bushes, looking sweet. Oh yeah, the Texaco. I'm going to cough because I am actually still sick, guys. I caught the flu last week and I almost didn't get to do this. So the Texaco, that's a nice one. Again, magnetic racing. All this stuff is from magnetic racing. So, looking good. And that just leaves this corner here. Now let's take these away for a second. I've left this corner. This is what we're going to be working on this season. Put that down there. So, probably starting in the next episode, the Dunlop control tower is going here, and then there's the cross section, the crossover, and another tower on that side. Now this light, as fantastic as this looks, and I know Magnetic Racing have even got this picture on the front of their website currently, which blew me away. Thanks Ian and Doug, but it's an honour to be there. Wonderful. I had to laugh though, in the fine print you got under it, it's saying, it's listing all the magnetic racing things in the photo, and it's like, there's this, there's this, there's that, there's that, there's that. The only thing you didn't mention is the cafe. Mind you, it was a bit skewed by my little effort here of a Marshall post, so yeah. But pretty darn good. It's funny. This is like a love letter to magnetic racing, that picture. But this was never as good as it looks. I love this corner, the way it turned out. But this thing is going to move slowly. It's going to turn around a bit. And the other tower's coming down. Well, it'll be about this high coming down. And this is all going to be connected. I've planned this all out. I drew this all out. Don't freak out. Don't think, bloody hell, he's perfected it. Now he's messing around with it again. No. No, this is temporary. Like it is staying as you see it. We're just adjusting this light tower a little bit to accommodate the Dunlop control tower and crossover. So when it's all in there, it's actually an extended crossover. The guys have sent me a third module. So it's a special customized Dunlop control tower. Be worth seeing. Worth seeing that build just for the uniqueness alone. Well, basically we want to see whether it collapses. I'm worried it will, because it'll be too long, but it's going to go across the two pieces of, lanes of track. Oh, I'm sweating already. God damn. Edit that out. Yeah, it's very hot in here still. Oh dear. So that's what's coming up. I think we're going to get stuck into that build as soon as next week, baby. And I suspect it's a big one. Like the Ferris wheel, it's going to take a couple of episodes. Well, a couple of episodes at least. So I'm looking forward to that one. Hopefully you are too. It's going to be great fun. And that's about it. Oh, no. Controllers. These controllers, you'll see I've got 4 now. Have I got a story to tell you? Let me get back behind the tinker table. I'll bring up some video and I'll show you what happened. This is really cool. Now I don't know about you, but for me, one of the real standout fun moments of 2023 was when Travis from that Slotcar Guy and Pete from Track Fans TV raced head-to-head in the foyer of Mercedes-Benz. And Doug and Ian from Magnetic Racing were along as their own personal race marshals. It was so much fun. For me, it was a magical moment, one of the standout highlights, if not the highlight. It just really said it like it is, why we're into all this. It's just pure fun and good times. We don't want to be weighed down with someone's nonsense and people, carrying on about this and that. These guys were there just having a great time in this great venue with this great layout right there in the foyer. And I just really enjoyed that moment. I really did. One of the best by far. And to my surprise, straight after Christmas, New Year's, I get a message from Doug at Magnetic Racing saying, "Hey, saw your video about going wireless." I did put out that video about my first 2 wireless controllers, and yes, I'm getting used to them. They're still at latency though, but I like them. I'm fine with them. He said, "We saw your video and we thought, oh, Shane might like these." He said, "Would you be interested in Mercedes' old wireless Carrera controllers?" They had a couple of faulty ones apparently, a couple were a bit problematic, and 2 or 3 of them were actually okay, but they just went and replaced the whole 6. So they had the old ones there, didn't know what to do with them. They were going to toss them out, I think, and then they saw my video and went, let's see if Shane wants them. So I went, hell yeah! And here they are. They sent them over, and I thought somebody was showing up outside there. They sent them over, complete with a box full of, you guess what, all sorts. And these gummy bear things too, that's something new they're trying, and I'm like, they're all gone by that afternoon, so. Yeah, anyway, 6 controllers, 2 of them were indeed snapped off at the top, no big deal. I thought, well, how do we pull these apart? And that was easy. You pull them apart by removing the little insert, the rubber bit, and the screws are in there, as well as these 2 screws underneath. Here's a little video showing you exactly what I did. And it was dead easy to remove this plunger, a good one, from a control that was malfunctioning and place it into a control that was functioning. Another issue is 3 of them, the buttons were worn out. Again, we thought there might be something that's come loose inside. As you see in the video, there's sort of a metallic pin that this plastic button pushes onto something. In each 3 cases, it had snapped off clean, meaning the whole component mounted onto the circuit board would have to be ordered. I doubt there's replacements. By the time you do all that, ship it over, it's just a few more bucks to buy a whole brand new one. So I didn't bother with that. Long story short, out of the 6, I was able to create 2 perfect, almost as new wireless controllers. And I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled. Not only any wireless controllers, but an actual piece of YouTube slot car history right here in the garage. Awesome. since I've extended the track slightly to accommodate this Mad Max feature I put in at the end of last season, you'll recall I extended it slightly by just a handful of extra track pieces, 2 or 3 actually, that's all it took. But since doing that, I've noticed that there's been a massive drop off in the power down the middle of the circuit. So if I've got more than 3 cars running at the same time, particularly ghost cars, they almost slow down to a stop. It's that significant a drop off. So I must have been on the threshold previously, not quite there, but now I am. And another thing I've noticed is one of the lane changes at the back, one side is now having difficulty changing. So there's definitely a power drop. So I've invested in one of Carrera's genuine power extenders, power jumpers. They're calling it an additional supply. I wouldn't call it that, because when I read additional supply, I'm expecting to open it up and see a power adapter in there. That's what that sounds like to me. So yeah, who am I to question it? But I wouldn't have called it that. It's a wire. It's a wire with things on the end, and here it is here. Now, pricey, but I'll tell you what, now that it's arrived, it's weighty, it's quality wire, and you've got these proper springy clips that slide into the end of the track. As such, they just slip in those holes, and yeah, it makes it dead easy. There's 4 wires, 4 different colors, so it makes it downwhere near impossible to get them wrong. You've got to make sure that they match up at the other end. You don't want to create a short circuit. So as long as you're careful about it, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to take these from this track piece here, or probably this one here, I'm not sure. Probably this one, because I don't want to interfere with the wireless controllers. It probably won't do anything, but I'm just thinking, you know, too much on the one piece. Who knows? I'll try it on this one. I'm going to drill a hole underneath, take the wire across. There's plenty. I've got the 5-meter one, that's all I needed. And I've worked out my halfway point, or just before my halfway point, and that is the little raised section over there just before they come down the hill. That's going to be so easy to just remove the little cliff of doom I made. It's not even glued down. I'll slide it aside, I'll drill a hole there, I'll bring up the cable, and underneath that's where I'll add this jumper. I think that will solve the issue. That'll restore the power to the middle there. Hopefully it'll sort the issues with the lane changer. Very important piece. If you're making a large layout, you will need to consider these. Now, I'm told you can do the same thing with just some speaker cable. I agree, you probably can. But in this instance, I saw it. It was a prime deal. You know those prime deals, you got to jump on them. I don't have any regrets splashing out and getting this. It's good quality, so I highly recommend you get their genuine article. I think this is going to work a treat. So let's install it. Ow! Oh, that hurts. Okay, with the help of my trusty assistant over here. Hello. I have installed the wires here. Have a look. They're under there. They're in the track. They're all good. I've gone yellow, red, white, black. Heading that one. Yeah. And now I've drilled a hole. Wires coming down. So now we're going to. Oh, the other assistant has arrived. We've got 2 assistants. Okay, here you go. Grab that in, run around the other side. Take that whole thing. No? No? You don't like the taste? No. Oh, come on, help Dad out. Help Dad out, eh? Poor thing's about to have an eye surgery, so yeah. Bit of a drama in the Hughes household. No, don't lick the eye. No. Yeah. See what I'm stooping to? Cute dog videos. I'm trying to tempt you all to watch with cute dogs. What'll it be next, hey? Okay, I've managed to feed the cable through with my great big feeder stick. I've brought it Oh, there's my light. I've brought it up and around, and I've got it here. What I've got to do now is move this aside, drill a dirty big hole under there, and I'm going to attach it to this piece of track here. So that's easy enough to move that aside. There's already some wires and that there. Got a big hole. I'm going to have to put a cable down there, get that through, tie it to the end of this one, and then pull that through. And then I'm going to have great fun fiddling around underneath like an auto mechanic trying to get the things in. So I'm as good as there. I'll keep going. Okay, so on this piece of track, here are the rails. We've got yellow, red, white, black. What I'm going to do though, because this track zigzags back and forth and things get a bit confusing, things do swap over at some point, I'm just going to run this car on this lane. This is our yellow and red lane. And I'm going to take it around to the point where I'm going to connect it up. Now I'm making very careful being very careful that the wires, the connectors at the other end are not touching each other, otherwise we'd have a short. And I'm stopping it right there. So let's go around and have a look. Okay, as we can see, I've pulled up at the point where we're going to be adding the jumper, and it's the same lane as over there. It's all. This is going to be an easy one. I'm so glad I chose to put it here. It makes life easy. So it'll be yellow, red, white, black. I'm going to put a hole in there. There shouldn't be any issues here at all. It's as good as done. So I'll drill the hole now, feed the cable through, we'll attach it and we'll try it out. Rightio, I've used my trusty marshalling grabber. Oh, well it sort of works. Yeah, well it came in much handier to get the wire through. So here we are, all happening. I now just have to hook it up. Just for interest, everybody, I have measured the temperature in the garage today. One of the hottest days of January so far. I've measured the heat in here at 41 degrees Celsius, just so you know. I'm working under these lights. They're making it even hotter. I am just sweating on the ground down here. It's slippery gloss garage paint. Why did I go with that? I was slipping and sliding like an ice skater, or a really bad one. Yeah. So I'm having a little bit of difficulty. But look that up, guys overseas, 41 Celsius. See what that's in Fahrenheit. But I tell you what, the conditions I'm working under. Oh. Well, let's plug this in. We're nearly there. We're so close. Okay, all in, all done, all hooked up. I've just switched it all on and nothing has exploded. No nuclear detonations, nothing. I'll have to glue that back down. But look, the car, the headlights are on. What about the other light? Yep. And the CU isn't going. It's all good. I'm going to run around, grab a controller. I still haven't come to grips with the fact I'm now running wireless. I still think they've got cable. I didn't bring one with me. So we'll run around, see if it's working. Again, it was pretty straightforward. Eeny, meeny, miny, this one. And here we go. Fingers crossed. Get ready for me to start screaming and hollering because this temperature is too hot to be jerking around getting it wrong. Here we go. Yes! Oh, and immediately I can tell the power's much better down there. Okay, that lane's good. Let's try over here. Good. Going well. See how we go now. Let's try. I'm on the wrong lane, but let's. Okay, what was that? Conker. That's the side of the lane changer over there that was working. This time we'll try the troublesome one and see what happens. Fingers crossed. This will be the real indicator. I've pressed the button. Here we go. It worked! You little beauty! What's going on there? I'm bringing it with me. I nearly put it down. Can you believe it? I'm bringing it with me. What's going on there, car? Don't stand on the dead cockroach. It's a huge one. What's hiding underneath? Ow! I just got electrocuted. Oh. Now what's that? Oh, that's a bit of bloody, this stuff. the grey ballast. All right, good, nothing major. Now let's see. I've just realised I can move around the track with this. I'm still getting to grips with it. Good, that's good. There's the ballast that it ran to. That was that funny clunkety clunk sound we heard. It was just him running over the equivalent of a giant rock. He was for my Aussie viewers, he pulled a Dick Johnson. Remember that? Bathurst? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, this is the troublesome side. You beauty, let's do it again. Change lanes. I just want to be absolutely certain that this problem has now been solved. All the damn way around. Gee whiz. Here we go. Can we do it again? Yes, it worked. Brilliant. We'll check the other side. And I can tell you, the power has definitely been restored through the middle there. There's no, that's me slowing down. Yep, that's working. Fantastic. All done. Mischief managed, as I've been saying. There it is. Let's have a look from this side. Get a bit of speed up. Plenty of power through there. Oh! Didn't work. Didn't work. So 2 out of 3, the third time it didn't happen. Maybe I didn't press the button properly. Let's try it again. I was in the process of trying to say a stupid gag. That might have been the problem. So I'm holding the button down. It worked that time. Yeah, I'll say that it was... Well, we'll go around one more time and I'll stand in the same spot. I reckon it was that I didn't press the button properly. Okay. That side's good, that's always been good. It's the other side, the left lane, that's the problem. So it's been 2 out of 3, sort of. Let's see if this is 3 out of 4. Here he comes, I'm taking my time, and there we go. Yeah, I just didn't engage the button properly, I think. Fantastic. And there we go. That's how to install a power jumper. There it is there. So if you've got a large track and you've noticed a power drop off or you're having a point that's troublesome, don't immediately think you've got to rip it apart. There's gunk inside it. That's highly doubtful. They're well sealed. You never know, it might be the case, but consider one of these first. It'll restore the power. I'm now going to test it with a whole bunch of cars, probably 4 or 5, just to see how they go. Let's see how it works, eh? Alright, Slotcar Adventures, I've got 3 Ghost cars programmed. I've got the 2 scaly Mad Max cars, and I've got one of the BMWs. Now, these are set to a slow speed for when I was shooting, because if they're going too fast, accidents happen. So, they're making it all the way through. The one to watch is that BMW. I've got it set down really low, so this is really going to test it. So far, so good. This is 3 cars on the track. He's hit the zone. No problem. Both lanes changed then autonomously. Brilliant. A little slow around there, but I'm used to that. I might need a second jumper to go from there to probably down there somewhere, but oh, I've just done all that scenery and don't stand my chances. I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's running quite well now compared to how it was. More importantly, this thing's working. Let's watch again. Change. What about this one? Yep, good. Oh, here's a test. Here comes this one. Perfect. So, oh my God, all the lane changes are working again. Brilliant. I'm happy with that. I think that's fantastic, because remember, these cars are just set at 1 speed. They're going perfectly around here. They were slowing to a stop over in that area, so that's not happening now, and that was happening with 3 cars, 4 or 5 cars, and they were set to a fast speed. These cars are set to a slow speed, so that they are making it through, no worries. It's a real test. Here comes this guy. All good. All right, well that's fantastic. That's a massive fix, that one. Very happy. Love the magnetic racing Ferris wheel. If you've been thinking of getting one, definitely dive in. It's a great kit, very challenging, but very rewarding when you get it finished. All right, onwards.
Ooh, show us your package.
Wow! All right, well, I wasn't going to do any more what's in the box, show us your package kind of stuff this year. I had vowed not to do it anymore. I've said before, I'm kind of over it. Like, me personally, I find it kind of creatively bankrupt. It's like, well, I haven't got anything else to do, so I'll just do an unboxing. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Like, I did say to some people, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do something completely different. And they've gone, what? That's why we watch your channel. Don't we want to see the package. So, whoa, sounds like a bunch of motorbikes on the highway having a drag race in broad daylight. Wow, bit off in the distance there. You let me know in the comments down below. Do you want me to keep doing show us your package? I'm not actually going to buy a lot this year. I've got pretty much, for me it's more, I've got this stuff and I'm going to show you something. We're going to do something with it. Unlike some of these channels, it's just every couple of days we've got another box to open. Oh, let me guess, more slot cars? Yep, that's it. More slot cars. 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 Oh, we got 5 more slot cars. One, it leaves you scratching your head thinking, how can they afford all this in the space of 1 week? I don't know what's going on, but I've got to tell you, I'm going to make a confession, right? And this is just me. It bores me out of my fucking brain. There you go, I said it. Great, show us your new stuff, but for the love of God, fucking do something with it. Give us some fucking interesting content, not just more fucking boxes to open. And on that note, let's open this box. Yeah, I'm only kidding. Well, maybe not. Maybe a little bit pissed off about it. You guys let me know in the comments. Are you sick and tired of these unboxing videos? Do you want to see more of it? Do you want to see lots more of it? Do you want to see people actually... let's not worry about what other people are doing. Hey, what they do on their channel is entirely their business. If they want to bore people stupid, that's their choice. If they want to show off how much money they've got and their viewers don't, that's their choice. He says with a box full of, wow. Okay. Well, this has been on order for a little while, going back a couple of months, and mainly waiting for all these slotted chips. They are out of stock. Oh, did I show you? I got my second slotted car, and that was the Mazda Lola. Feast your eyes on that one. And look at that engine. Look at that undercarriage, amazing. So I've been waiting for the SP43 chips. Here they are. I got a bunch of them. I got 6, believe it or not, and some of these covers too, because even though I've previously expressed my somewhat dissatisfaction, I got some more Scalextric cars because, yeah, I love them so much. Well, that's not a Scalextric, clearly. When they used to run the ads in the 60s and 70s, it was Silent X, Scalextrics. Nowadays, I think the woke brigade have got involved. Now you've got to, because of inclusion, you've got to sound the X. So it's now people trying to say Scalextric. Man, I remember all the ads, they clearly said Scalextric, Silent X. Isn't it funny how times change? Anyway, this is a slotted. Another slotted, like these guys. And well, I have social media to thank for this, because someone posted this one and I just went, oh God, you're killing me. You're killing me. So I had to have that one. The Orica. Very, very nice. Look at that. We'll check that out later. And I got a chip. And yeah, here's a Scalextric. Oh, now I've been waiting on this one because yeah, I have a very specific use for this coming up. I got the original 1966 Batmobile. Look at that. Now, I have previously expressed my dissatisfaction in modern day Scalextric, but as I hold this in my hand, the quality of that is sensational. Now, where's the other one? Here's the Mad Max one. This is flimsy crap, right? Just as I said it was crap. This is not. This is beautifully made. That's much better quality plastic. Much more sturdy. Let's try opening it up. That actually opens without the backing cardboard getting stuck and bent over, and the car is much better quality. So it just looks like those Mad Max cars. Whoever manufactured them weren't quite on the ball. They were, I don't know, using cheaper plastics or something. This is much better. That is more like it. So if all the Scalextrics is as good as this, I'm happy. Like I said, I'm a Scalextric kid to the bone. That's what I had when I was young. And I had a layout spread over I think it was 1.5 or nearly 2 fold-away table tennis tables. Don't know what happened. I'd like a time machine so I could go back and find out what happened to my Scalextric circuit. It just disappeared and I have no memory of what happened to it. Maybe it was a traumatic experience and I've blocked it out. Who knows? I have no idea what happened to my Scalextrics. So, yeah, this is great. This is great. Much better quality than the Mad Max ones. Pop that one there. So here's all the slotted chips and bits and pieces. I'll be able to chip all these cars. Someone asked me recently, oh, there's more. Why do I not have an axle box or an Omni slot box? And I thought, well, the reason why I haven't raced out and invested in an Omni slot box or an axle box or a do-it-yourself whatever, oh, there's more down there, is because the reason I got back into this was for the digital slot car experience. When I saw what the Carrera Digital 132 offered with lane changing, multiple cars on all the same lanes, you could have like 6, 8, 10, 12 cars zipping around, autonomous cars, ghost cars, everything that digital has to offer, the software, the whole lot. I thought, hell yeah, I'm getting back into this. This is great. I didn't get back into it for the plain old analog experience. Now, I'm not ragging on analog, but for me, at this point in time, it's all about the digital experience. So all these cars I get, I want the full digital experience. So yes, I'm going to install the chips. I want to be able to do with these cars what I can do with all the others. I want the full race experience. I didn't build this circuit as elaborate as it is with all this detail just so I could go round and 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 round. You get me? It's not my thing. If that's your thing, good for you. It's not for me. It's got to be a bit more involved, a bit more exciting. That's just me. So yeah, I will always be chipping. I'm very selective about which cars I get. Oh, I know what these are. Wait till you see these. One's called Gina, and the other one's called Olivia. Are you ready for this? Ta-da! Feast your eyes on those. Yes, Betty, you've got competition. And this one's got a sign, which I'm going to write stuff on. I think this is going to be a running gag week by week. This is going to be great. So, yeah, thank you, Sideways. And we've got 2 more in here. Oh my God, what could they be? Well, first up, again, both are Scalextric. Again, I told you, I don't dislike the brand. I was dissatisfied with those Mad Max cars. I got them going well. One has stopped working, actually. So I've got to pull it apart, see what the hell's going on. But they're actually fun when you get them going without any issues. I've thoroughly enjoyed them. But I still say the quality of those cars, not too good. The axles always popping out. Not great. But I got this one. This is the other Batmobile, the more modern one from The Batman. And the new one in the catalogue, yep, you guessed it, I got it on pre-order. I wasn't going to get this one, and then bloody Slotcar Wildman sent me a video of his showing how it lights up. And as soon as I saw all the fancy lights, I went, bloody hell. Got on the computer, did the deed, and here it is. Once again, the packaging, it's quality plastics, quality packaging. Yep, it opens and closes properly. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. So this is restoring my faith in Scalextrics. I am so pleased because I was really disheartened. If you remember back that video, prepping for the apocalypse, watch it back. I'm actually quite disheartened by the lack of quality of those cars. They fall into bits, the plastic's brittle. This is so much better. So again, what on earth happened back then? Was it a different subcontractor, manufacturer? Someone told me that Scalextrics have had 3 different manufacturers. These are excellent quality. So very, very pleased. Good on you, Scalextrics. Yeah, wow. I'm honestly relieved. That is such good. I was quietly thinking, what kind of crap have I just ordered now? No, they're fantastic. And I've got one more. I had to have this one. There's 3 versions of this one. And it was a difficult choice, but I thought I went with the one. I'm not getting the 3. Some will say you've got to have all 3. I don't agree with that. I just thought I'm going to get the one that I like the best, and that was number 2, the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I didn't want number 3 with the weird wacky wheels. I didn't want the original one. I like it with the newly fitted, what do they call it? Mr. Fusion or whatever. That looks fantastic. So I got my DeLorean, and again, we're going to have fun with this. I've got plans for this guy. And yes, some fire might be involved. We shall see, okay? So let's move that box out of the way and have a little peeksy-boo at that. We've got some new scalies. We've got a load of chips to get everything going. We've got those. And we've got that Batmobile. So 2 Batmobiles, 1 yet to come. It's a few months away yet, apparently. And I got another Slotted. Can't wait to run this guy. That's 3 Slotteds. Wow. I'm on a mission now. I'm going to have 8. That's 5. 8 of the very best slotted cars. The what are they? 3? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I want a whole field of slotted cars to run on this track, a special class, and I want to do a super duper high speed race video with those. 10 laps maybe of all sorts of action and calamity and drama and high stakes adventure on the slot car track. That's going to be fantastic. So another terrific addition. These slotted cars are fantastic. If you haven't checked them out, do yourself a favour and get yourself one. You will not believe how good they are. And my God, I'm so relieved these Scalextrics cars are good quality. That is so much better. Very, very good. Geez, I think I'm going to trick those Mad Max vehicles out with new axles, new bits. I'm just going to get some parts, some slotted parts maybe, whatever will fit them, and see if we can improve them. Like I said, one has stopped working altogether already. So there you go, Slot Car Adventurers. Quite possibly the very last Show Us Your Package. I'll let you guys decide. Let me know. Yeah. And something new this week. I get a lot of people asking, what are you listening to? What music are you listening to? Blah, blah, blah. What's your favourite band? I thought, this might be a fun thing to do. Just each week, if I remember, we'll do this is what I'm listening to this week. So this week, I am listening to the legendary Michael Schenker. Now, I'm not a huge Michael Schenker fan. I've got a few CDs, got the greatest hits, etc. This album, Assault Attack, is one of his classics. And he is a legend as far as hard rock and shredder type guitar players, harking way back to the 70s. And no doubt, you can see the resemblance there in the guitar, the inspiration behind me putting together my own Dream Flying V guitar. And by the way, the Flying V has had some important upgrades recently. I've put in a proper, much higher quality roller bridge, excellent quality. It's also got some locking mechanisms, locking the bridge down so it just doesn't fall off whenever you change the strings. And I've also installed some much better quality locking tuners, much better mechanism. The other ones were sort of grating a little bit, you know, better roughness and not that accurate in the tuning. These are silky smooth, and the locking mechanism, of course, is a godsend for string changes. So the V is, for all intents and purposes, completely finished. It plays superbly, sounds even better than it did before. Very happy with it. So with Michael Schenker, yeah, I've got the greatest hits. That's definitely a good one. Assault Attack's got some great tracks on there. One of my favorites is Desert Song. And this is one of the latest ones I got. Well, it came out a while ago, but this is Michael Schenker Fest Revelation, probably his heaviest CD. He's got basically every singer he's ever worked with in his career back into the studio for all these songs. There's a lot of variety on here. One of his heaviest CDs. Great listen. So that's what I'm listening to this week.
Beware the hazards. Road safety affects everybody. Keep your eyes on the road and both hands on the wheel. And now it's time for Wildman's Thought for the Day.
Bite your toenails and have fun, guys.
Thank you, Wildman, for that lovely thought for the day.
Oh, fungus, fungi, fungis. I just thought he enjoyed chewing his toenails. Silly me. Well, folks, that's 1 hour has flown by just like that. So we better end it now for this week. What an episode. We're back. Come back next week. I'm going to I'm going to get cracking on this build. The Dunlop control tower and crosswalk. This is going to be substantial. It's not a step-by-step tutorial, so don't freak out. We'll probably spread it over 2 or 3 episodes. We'll run and review these scaly cars. We'll get the Slottits going. That's going to be awesome. Where's Betty will be back for her first outing or her first misadventure for the year. Who knows what's going to happen? And of course, the Wildman will be back with another thought for the day. Can't wait. Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. Did you tune in? It's clicking in, tuning in. I like tuning in. That sounds more technical, doesn't it? We'll see you next week on Hughes Garage Slotcar Adventures. Awesome.